Was that the mail that just came?
No, a special delivery. The rest of the mail's right over there.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing from Kelly. I looked.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, well, it's probably good. Probably means she'll call instead. What's this you got here?
Well, the results of the environmental study on the oil rig. Well, it's official. We therefore conclude that the explosion and ensuing catastrophe resulted from purposeful sabotage and find no indication of owner negligence or personnel error.
Hey, that's great. That's great. Aren't you pleased? You don't look too pleased.
Why should I be? The end result's the same.
Yeah, but as far as the damage goes, sure. I mean, what's done is done, but at least now it's in the hands of the insurance company, huh?
Well, I hardly think they're just going to start passing out checks.
No, I don't think they're going to start passing out checks. Obviously, there'll be some kind of investigation, but...
And
yeah,
they'll go after CC with a vengeance, and there'll be another thing he can blame me for.
Well, so what if he does? Since when do you care what he
Well, that's my business.
Yeah, it's me.
What are you doing here?
Well, what do I have to do? Hire a collection agency? I spent the whole afternoon at that club waiting for you and your hollow book to show up.
I can't talk to you. Get out of here now.
You give me the cash and I'll go. Come on.
The property line of the gazebo. Wait for me there.
5 minutes, and I'll be back.
Hi. I was hoping it was you coming home.
Got in.
Look, I'm sorry about what happened last night when you called. I shouldn't have hung up the phone.
It's forgotten.
I just didn't know what I'd done wrong to make you want to stay. Wherever there was, you just stayed. I won't even ask.
It's not a matter of that.
Why didn't you come home then?
You always seem to need to find some one thing to defend or apologize for. That's just not it.
How am I supposed to make things right if I don't know what the hell is wrong?
Frankly, my life right now doesn't seem to really have much to do with you, and that is what is wrong. And apologies from one or both of us. It's just not going to make it anymore.
I asked Rosa to make us a special dinner tonight. Not in the dining room right here, just the two of us. What do you say?
Nice, thank you. I'll see you later then. I have to go out.
You just came back.
That's right. I have an appointment. I won't be long, I promise. I promise I'll be back this time.
Look, Cruz might let me skip having a tie, but I think he might insist I wear a shirt.
Okay, sourpuss.
That was fast.
Didn't I tell you? I'm a quick change artist.
Me too.
Yes, I noticed. Where's the fire?
Hey, you're the one that said you were running late.
Well, government people are always late. You know, we can't afford to buy big cars, so we have to impress people somehow. And today's the day I have to turn in this report to the mayor and Mrs. Conrad's insurers. I am really not looking forward to this. The fireworks are going to be going crazy.
So after today, there's really nothing keeping you here?
Well, there's always recovery planning.
And they need you for that.
Well, I hope somebody needs me for something.
Ready?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, is the door locked?
Valuables are safe, man.
Hello?
Victoria, it's me. Don't hang up. I need to see you.
No, you don't.
I'm at the Orient Express. Can you meet me here? I figure it's neutral enough territory.
I don't want to meet you anywhere, Mason. If you need to talk to somebody, you can talk to my lawyer. Goodbye, Mason.
Victoria, wait. This isn't a trap. I'm not going to try to trick you into saying or doing something I can record or take a picture of. I've had my belly full of that. They're both our lawyers, to tell you the truth. It started out as a private matter between the two of us, and now we've been left out of things entirely.
I didn't want it that way.
Well, I think we could settle this ourselves today if you'd come hear me out.
All right.
Thank you.
But I really don't expect much, Mason, and I don't think you should either.
You're not annoyed, are you?
No, I'm not annoyed. You have every right to sneak around and make sub-rosa deals with your wife.
I wasn't sneaking around.
Well, you're not in a disguise.
I didn't mention it because I knew that it would upset you. I simply told Victoria that before this goes any further...
Oh, all these offensives and counter-offensives are making me dizzy.
You see what I mean?
What's the plan? What are you offering her this time?
A toaster oven and a trip to Jamaica. Julia, you make it sound like I'm selling aluminum siding.
Well, you are selling something in a way. I'm sorry.
Doing my best to be fair to everyone.
I know that you are. It's just that this is frustrating for me, too. But see, you have someone to get angry at. All I have is you.
I don't know if I can survive 6 more months of this.
I don't either. I think we should end it all now and throw ourselves out that window.
It'll take at least that long. You know the California code as well as I do.
I'm not worried about the 6 months. I'm worried that this will exhaust both of us so much that you and I will just throw our hands up in the air and we'll just be back right where we were.
That's impossible. I may have moments of weakness, but not insanity.
Is Victoria coming here? Better nail down the ashtrays. I don't feel like sticking around to get slapped.
Well, I don't think she jumped in her car and drove right over. She had to find a sitter first.
It's all right. I have to meet Rita anyway.
Oh, she's got her own place now?
Well, not exactly. She's going to be staying with me until she can get some money together.
Is that before or after the baby comes home from the hospital?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's a good thing that I kept the hotel room. Things are going to be a little crowded at the Wainwright Home for Wayward Girls.
Very funny. Frankly, I'm kind of glad for the company. Have a nice meeting.
Idiot, my husband was in the house. He almost saw you.
I don't like being called names.
You ever come here again, and that's it. It's over. I'm going to tell him everything, and he'll make sure that you're thrown in jail. He'll believe me, not you.
After all this time, believe me, baby, I'm just as tired of you as you are of me. Now, if you could only make an agreement and stick to it.
I can't get the cash this week. So now what are you going to do?
I'm going to give you 2 hours. The banks are still open. That's plenty of time.
I can't.
Well, that kind of an attitude won't get you anywhere. 4 o'clock at that restaurant in your own man's hotel. I'm tired of your long-haired boyfriend and his dumb nightclub, and this time it's going to be $15,000. That's your late payment penalty from here on out, and don't even think of standing me up. You're not there. I'm going to be back on your doorstep. Not to see you. See him.
Bluffing.
Oh, yeah, could be. But can you afford to guess wrong, huh?
Man's a pig. Are you all right?
Please, not you two.
I wouldn't have let him hurt you. Hey, it's not as if I didn't know already, Sophia.
And you just keep your mouth shut.
Sophia, wait. I've got an idea.
Gina, leave me alone,
No,
all right?
a way we can beat this man at his own game.
I want to know why you'd want to do anything for me.
You helped me get Brandon back, didn't you?
All right, what is it?
You go to the bank. I'll meet Thompson at 4. I'll tell him that I'm on to him. Yes. After all, he's going to go to the police. He's going to go to CC and tell him you're the one that hired him to blow up the rig.
Which is a gross oversimplification.
So I'll say that we're going to tell a completely different story. I'll say that you came to me, and you wanted me to find someone to watch over Pamela and CC. Now, that's not too far-fetched. I'll say I hired Thompson. People will believe it. They think I hang around lowlifes like him. And that way he'll know that it won't just be his word against yours. It's going to be his word against ours.
This is absolutely ridiculous, and it won't work.
Why not? I'll even get you your blackmail money back.
Sure, Gina, he won't do that.
And we'll split it 50-50. What? Well, why not? That's fair, isn't it?
And what about the $15,000 you're sending me to the bank to get?
Look, Sophia, I want to help you. I really do, but I've got problems of my own. I have to pay for Brandon's schooling, and I owe a lot of money. The tuition, you know, and I can't go to CC and get it, or he'll say I'm an unfit mother, and he'll try to get Brandon back.
Right, so you thought you could get a piece of me, too. Is that it, Gina?
Sophia, your kids go to private schools. That's where they got their education. Why shouldn't mine?
Thank you. Now, thank you. That's great. Because you have just shown me my future. Sophia. Everyone's victim. Can't make the rent? Need a new car? Shake Sophia's chain, she'll come through. Better be dead.
Please, stop badgering me. It was an innocent statement.
Wait. I'm trying to understand you. You see, I spent the better part of my life hearing you and your dreams on revenge. Now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, you're afraid that the man might think badly of you. What is that?
I just simply no longer believe he had anything to do with the problem on the oil rig. All right?
Okay. Is it too stupid of me to bring up the fact that this is a vastly different tune you're singing here?
Well, since when do I have to apply for the permission to change my mind? Ever since CC and I had to work together to find this man Thompson, we just put our hostilities aside for a while.
Oh. So now you're buddies, huh?
Hardly. At least we deal on a civil basis now. But I think you should be happy. At least Kelly can't blame me for badgering and harassing her father.
Somehow I don't think Kelly had much to do with this change of heart of yours.
Then that's your theory, Jeffrey.
Tell me, why did Alex Nicholas leave town?
Alex? Well, you have to ask him.
Yeah, I found it odd at the time. I still do. I mean, he always claimed that you were the love of his life.
Well, his memories of me were a little extorted.
Yeah, still, he very much wanted to pick it up where things had been left. So did you, I thought. But then again, you were far from heartbroken.
Oh, really, this is pointless, it is embarrassing, and I refuse to discuss this any further.
Because you've fallen in love with C.C. Capwell again, haven't you?
You're out of your depth, Jeffrey. Just leave it alone.
Is this possible, huh? The man who threw you out, took your son from you, refused to lift a finger to help you stay alive.
And you fell in love with his daughter. Now, is that what you wanted? Was that your choice, or...
No. There's a big difference there, big difference.
Why?
Because Kelly was not happily married, for one thing.
You better get that.
Yeah. Hello. Kelly? I knew you'd call. No, I'm fine. I'm missing you. Yeah, no, she's fine too. She sends her love. Look, I want to hear about you. Yeah, I check the New York weather twice a day to see if it's snowing or raining. You coming home tonight? Would I mind? Baby, I would give anything to have you back home again. You know that. No. I'll come pick you up at the airport. There's no question about it. I'll pick you up, okay? Okay. I'll see you there then. I love you. Bye.
Kelly's coming home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful, darling.
Yes. Yes, it is. It's just, one thing I'm worried about, and that's what she's coming home to.
Well, she doesn't have to hear a word of this conversation.
How far are you willing to go to get him back, Mother?
Oh, now what kind of a question is that?
What kind of answer is that? You know, Sophia said all along that you would come back to destroy and tear apart her family and break up their marriage. I put it down to paranoia at the time. But tell me, was I wrong?
I will not stand here and be cast in in the role of a scheming homewrecker by my own son.
Well, good. Good, because if it should ever come to that, you won't have a son.
Hello?
She did. Well, she smiled at me and she kind of held out her hands to me.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, you're the only one she sees all day that's not wearing white, right?
It's true. But listen, she's gained 2 more ounces, and even though she's pretty small, the nurses think she's the most gorgeous baby they've ever seen. Now, wait a minute. Oh, this month.
Hey, Julie, that makes sense. I mean, the baby obviously takes after her mama.
No, I don't mean to go on about all this. Now, how did your job hunting go? Well, that's not so great. I don't type. I don't know anything about computers.
Yeah? What line of work are you involved in?
Well, I'm not exactly a nuclear physicist. I can't be picky. I just want something so I can support the baby and me.
If you're not too picky, we've been looking for somebody here to play waitress role since New Year's.
Kidding? You'd let me work here?
Let you? My God, I mean, I've been thinking about putting out a poster, wanted ads in the P.O., right? When can you start?
That would be terrific. Would today be too soon? This is great.
Okay, I'm here. What do you want?
You're looking well.
I'd need a better reason to go to Seed than losing you.
What I want, Victoria, is for this to be over and things to be different. I hope there will come a time in the future when you and I will look back on this period as a sad and unnecessary part of our friendship.
Oh, yes, we'll have a rip-roaring chuckle around the family barbecue.
You're not making this any easier. I've come to realize that the sniping and retaliation can prolong itself indefinitely. And there's a way out if we're willing to try.
And what is that?
We dump the attorneys and start over again ourselves.
There still is one attorney, Mason. You.
Then we'll get an arbitrator, if you like. The important thing is that we thrash the settlement out ourselves.
And what form is this thrashing going to take? Chip and I ask for less, and you give less?
There's no point in discussing the details until we commit to the process.
You sound like my agent.
There'll have to be concessions, yes, Victoria. You can't expect me to shortchange my future altogether.
And exactly what concessions are you referring to?
For one thing, I'll agree not to use any information that might be damaging to you, personally or professionally.
My cocaine addiction? That's not bargaining, that's blackmail.
How is that different from what Jacobson's planning to say in court about me as the philandering husband?
That was the truth.
Well?
You do what you have to do. I'm gonna get what I deserve.
Don't force it, Victoria. You know how ugly this can get.
No uglier than the way that you behaved toward me when we lived together. After that, I can take anything.
You're saying that you hired this man to totally destroy...
No, I didn't want the disaster to happen, and I didn't want anyone hurt. I wanted Pamela out of town, and yes, I did mention the oil rig. I said if something were done to it, she wouldn't have any reason
What
to
did you
stay.
think he was going to do?
I didn't know. And I didn't want to know, which was my worst mistake, because now he can say he was just following instructions.
Oh, gee.
I'm more ashamed of myself than you could ever be.
Who else knows about this?
Kelly. That's why she left town. And TJ, I had to tell him. He saw me with Thompson and was asking questions.
Oh, well, that explains why you two have been together so much, then, doesn't it? Mom, I don't know what to say. I mean, what are you telling me? You want me to do something about this?
No. I'm telling you for purely selfish reasons because I can't live with it anymore. Thompson's been blackmailing me since the very beginning. For money. And now someone else wants to do it, too.
Who?
Doesn't matter. I was surprised to realize that I still have enough self-respect to put an end to the whole thing.
Well, for what it's worth, Mom, I think I understand. I mean, I know you wouldn't deliberately bring anyone that kind of harm that came from that explosion.
Thank you. That's more than I even had a right to hope for. But the hardest part is still to come. Telling your father.
Howdy. Well, that's not very neighborly of you.
You're not a neighbor. I don't like you, and I don't want you in my home.
Well, I wasn't expecting an 8-course dinner.
Why don't you ever call ahead and give a person a right to secure their valuables?
I know something you'd like to know.
Oh, please, if it has to do with your lover and his uninteresting family.
No, actually, it has nothing to do with Scott's uncle. But wouldn't you like to know who blew your oil reserves all over the Santa Barbara Channel?
Well, just leave it to you to peddle news that's already been printed for over a month. We all know it was this Mr. Thompson.
Well, I see you're on top of it. Sorry to bother you, Your Grace.
Unless you know where to find him, of course.
Well, that and who hired him. Have I got your attention?
That depends.
On what? I know you're going to love this. You see, this person, and I'm not going to name names, is at the tippy top of who you'd like to shoot to kill most list.
What list? I only really have one enemy.
Well, it's not CC Cap.
I didn't say it was.
That's kind of interesting in and of itself. How about Sophia?
Well, his charming wife did come to mind.
I thought she would.
Sophia, are you sure?
Oh, I might be.
Can you prove it?
Well, I know how to.
Well, that $10,000 you keep babbling on and on about, we'll handle it, won't it?
Well, it's kind of hard to put a price tag on this information. Make it 20. I could probably get more, but I'm in a hurry.
You really are completely despicable, you know.
Some people say the same thing about you.
I predated the check by 1 day. If it's a hoax, I'll cancel payment on it.
Just be at the Orient Express at 4 o'clock. You can talk to the man himself, and he'll tell you how to prove it. Oh, by the way, it's going to cost you. Bring a $100,000 cashier's check.
What is this? Am I everybody's pot of gold at the end of the rainbow?
Oh, come on, Pamela. You'd cut off your right leg at the knee if you thought it would derail Sophia.
Oh, you think you know me so well.
You're probably very misunderstood. Like all of us.
$100,000. Safe passage to Brazil. That's what I can offer.
What do I have to do to get it?
Tell CC Kappa what you did and who hired you to do it.
I do that, and I'll never see Rio. He'll have me thrown into jail on the spot, assuming that I have anything to tell CC Kappa.
Don't play coy with me, Mr. Thompson. You'll be fine. He'll never press charges when he hears that his devoted wife could be implicated, and you would have gotten away with it. You're almost murdered, not quite.
Who told you that you'd find me here if it wasn't the little lady in question?
Little songbird who is not going to sing again. But don't worry. I wouldn't waste 10 cents on a check if I were trying to set you up. There is one thing I'm in the dark about. What does Sophia expect to accomplish with this?
We're supposed to leave town.
Oh, how benighted of her. She could put a bomb at my feet and I wouldn't budge. She should have known that. Do we have an agreement?
Mr. Wrigley's complaining he's not ready to be discharged.
He's been here since Christmas. What the hell is he going for? The Guinness Book of Records? Anyway, why are you telling me this? You're not his nurse.
No, I was nominated. Everybody's a little gun-shy. You haven't exactly been your sunny self today.
I'll talk to him, all right?
Tell me if I'm butting in, but would your mood have anything to do with Gina?
Kathleen, you're butting in.
Okay. you know what this thing is all about, this medical team they're putting together for the Capitol Hotel at the end of the week?
No, no idea. Probably just some visiting VIPs, I guess.
Did you put your name in?
No, I didn't. They asked me to, but my schedule is just a little too tight right now.
Well, my schedule could use a little more excitement, and it's my day off. Of course, they're not paying much, but I don't know, I guess I was a little intrigued when they said security clearance will be required.
Well, then why don't you do it?
If I do, will you recommend me?
Sure, no problem.
What you don't seem to understand here is this is a whole new situation. I'm a one-woman team here. No, I don't want off the assignment. Look, yes, I realize it's too late to bring someone else in. All I'm asking is a little leeway be given to me. But the security is tight, and I'm all by myself. I'm just not going to be able to give you a blow-by-blow plan in advance. We're getting down to the wire on this one. Of course, I can handle it. Haven't I always?
Dr. Clark?
Oh, hello, Victoria. How are you?
Much better than the last time you saw me, thank you.
Well, I heard that you and your husband are splitting up. I'm sorry.
Thanks. You got a minute?
Sure. Here. You know, I kind of half expected that you'd be coming by.
Why, was Mason here?
Yes, he was, yesterday.
I suppose then that you know that he's planning on using my cocaine dependency as an issue in the divorce.
Well, he didn't get any information from me. As far as I'm concerned, that's privileged information. Although technically you're not my patient, you were never formally admitted.
Can they make you testify?
Well, I'll have to talk to the hospital lawyers and ask them how far our confidentiality laws will protect us. But even if I did testify, all I can really say is that I told you where to get treatment, and you did. I mean, I could give you a blood test. I can testify that you're clean now, which obviously you are.
Well, can they claim that I'm unfit and try to take my baby away from me?
Well, I don't know how they can do that. I mean, you made a mistake, and you corrected it. What's so damning about that?
You don't know Mason.
I'm glad you reconsidered. This is everything?
Victoria won't deny that she was an addict, but if you need supporting evidence, there's plenty there.
Good job.
Still not sure exactly how this is going to work.
Keep your eyes on the prize, Mason. She can't claim you were destroying the marriage while she was destroying herself.
I still don't like it, John. But if you restrict yourself to that point and make it clear that she has beaten the addiction, then you can...
Whoa. Why would we do that?
Because it's the truth.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yes, I do. And even if I didn't, we're not out to smear her, John. We're protecting my assets, that's all. I don't want to do or say anything that will endanger her custody of that boy. Do you understand?
Okay.
Do I have your word on that, John?
Hey, you're the boss. Excuse my saying so, boss, but there's no need to have a guilty conscience about this. It's done all the time, Mason.
What would you know about consciences, guilty or otherwise, John?
Damn it, Cruz. Where the hell are you? Give me a refill on this, would you, Pro?
Oh, what? Already? How many is this?
I don't know. What, are you a scorekeeper or a bartender?
I'm a friend. Remember? Okay?
Just don't give me any lectures on temperance, okay? It's the last thing I need. What happened with you anyway?
Did your dog get hit by a truck?
What are you... I don't have a dog. What?
I'm telling you something. If you did have a dog and you were headed in its direction, you know what it would do? It would squeal, turn around, run the opposite way. Does this have to do with that chick, Andrea?
What makes you think that's my problem?
You're not making this easy, are you?
Hey, look, why don't you find yourself a hobby? Go find a dying bird and nurse it back to health. What the hell am I doing here?
I don't know what you're doing here, but you're not leaving here till you give me the car keys.
I'm going for a walk on the beach. That okay with you?
Hey, that's Ducky. That's the best news I've heard since Neil Diamond retired.
Neil Diamond hasn't retired.
Don't remind me.
Hello.
CC, it's me. I have to see you right away.
Pamela, why is it you start off every conversation the same way?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but it's important. I really can't talk here. But I just found out something else about Hal Clark. Something new. Can you meet me at the Orient Express right away?
I'll be right there.
I'll only be a minute myself.
You're back.
I told you I wouldn't be long. I wanted to talk to you when I got back, but you were working.
Can we talk again over dinner?
I'd rather not.
Look, I've got a meeting right now. I really do. It's important.
This is important, CC. What time is it? Is it after 4?
It's almost 5.
It's more important. Please stay.
You're incredible. You know, I don't understand you at all. You come back today after staying out God knows where last night. You tell me that your life really has nothing to do with me anymore. Now you're walking out again. Was I important back then? I mean, apparently not.
I was afraid.
Of what?
Of you. Something I have to tell you, and I don't quite know how to start.
Does it have anything to do with last night?
Indirectly.
Are you having an affair, Sophia?
No.
Do you want a divorce?
No.
Well, then I can wait a half an hour. What are you trying to do? Give me nightmares?
You looking for me?
Who the hell are you?
Does the name Thompson mean anything to you?
You're the creep who blew that all right. You have any idea what the hell you have done?
Just cool down, cool down.
Only when you're put away, that's when I'll cool down. What the hell do you think?
This is my confession. Yeah, I was the one who set the timer, but it wasn't my idea, my friend.
You piece of garbage. Where do you come up bringing my wife into this?
She dragged me into it. You ask her. Something about wife number 1 making her a little nervous. Go ahead, ask her. And I ask you to find out if she's been a little moody lately, a little out of sorts. Go ahead, ask her.
You will never, ever see the light of day, I promise you.
I heard that you were a hard man, but I don't think that you want to see your little lady in prison along with me. How much is it worth to you to keep this whole thing quiet?
You know, I would suggest that you concentrate on walking out of here with your spine in one piece, if you've got one.
Yeah, the two of you are going to pay. One way or the other, you're going to pay damages.
You listen to me. You're going to leave this town, and you're going to leave it forever. Do you understand? Because nobody in Santa Barbara's going to ever know you existed.
All right.
What has to be paid will be paid. But not to a man who doesn't exist.
Okay, so I don't exist.
Get out.
When you didn't tell me he was crazy.
Did you tell him?
Yeah.
Summer in Rio. Get yourself a good sun poisoning. I'm sorry I'm late, CC. I got caught in that afternoon traffic. I thought I would never get here.
I'm going to go home.
What are you doing? Where are you going? I said I was... Waiter!
Everything's okay, are you sure?
Yeah, everything is fine. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay, if you need anything else, just holler or wave. That would be good, wave.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
do that. Thank you.
So you're the man that delivered her baby. She'd wax your mustache if you had one.
You know, I think she better learn how to snarl, or the regulars here won't know what to make of her.
You come here a lot?
Well, I never used to come here until a few months ago. Gina liked this place. I used to like it too, but I can't seem to remember why at this point.
Beats cafeteria food.
That must be the reason.
Maybe it's who you were with. Fine. Look daggers at me if you want, but obviously you're unhappy. Look, what kind of friend would I be if I didn't notice?
Okay, fine, you noticed, all right? But there's no point in talking about it, Kathleen. There's nothing I would do differently, even if I had the choice, which I don't. So just eat, okay?
Look, I've really got to be getting back to the hospital.
What? Oh, come on. Look, don't let my bad mood spoil your dinner.
No,
Eat.
it's not that at all. It's just that break time's over. Look, you know, you doctors get away with a lot more than we do. I'll see you later.
Hey, Kathleen, come on.
Care to take a stab at civilized conversation, or is Kathleen coming back?
I don't think you should knock Kathleen. She turned out to be your #1 fan.
It's nice. Strange, but nice.
You don't give people enough credit.
Funny. I was gonna say the same thing about you.
Civilized conversation about what, Gina?
I've been doing a lot of thinking about what you said last night.
You mean for the last month?
I know you think you're right. And maybe you are, but I can change. I've done it before.
I don't want you to make yourself over, Gina.
But I do. Look, Scott, when I left Atlantic City, I decided to become a totally different person. And I did it. I know I can do it again. Scott, you're my last hope. You're what I've been looking for. It's like you walked out of one of my daydreams or something. And I can't believe that what I've spent my whole life looking for, I'm not good enough to have.
Gina, look, I'm very flattered that you think of me that way. But we tried, and it didn't work. Now, everybody has dreams that sometimes they just don't get.
I can have anything. I can be anything if I want to badly enough.
No, Gina, it doesn't always work out that way.
Why do you hate me? After everything we said, after everything
Gina,
we did.
I don't hate you. I could never hate you. I loved you. You're just not good for me. That is the cold, honest truth. And I don't think that I'm any good for you either. And all I did was make you constantly apologetic and ashamed. I mean, how long would it take before you start resenting me for that?
I would never resent you.
No, Gina, think about it, okay? Now, if I asked you what you did today, how many things would you have to leave out?
If I had you back, I wouldn't do anything I had to leave out.
Gina, I don't want to be anybody's conscience or anybody's keeper. I just don't want to. Look, I ordered dessert. Feel free.
Yeah. Kane, he was here, tossing down a few. A few too many, if you ask me.
Look, do you know where he went?
Yeah, he said he was roaming down by the beach. Did you two have a fight?
My goodness, here. I've heard about getting a jump on Christmas. Isn't it a little much?
Kelly's coming home, and tonight of all nights, my bloody car has to go and break down. I have to call a cab.
Wait, these are all for Kelly?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh.
I mean, I suppose I should have sunk some money into a new carburetor instead, but, anyway, look at that. I mean, I had the whole evening planned. Dinner, hotel suite, champagne, more champagne.
Jeffrey, please, use my car for the evening tonight, please.
Oh, no, really. Listen to me, here I am running my mouth off. I'm sure you got better things to think about than my spot.
No, come on. Don't apologize. I think people have been avoiding me because they think they have to commiserate or something. Anyway, it's just nice to see somebody smiling and awfully excited.
Listen, you know, whatever's happened, you'll always kind of be like a sister to me, whether you're married to my brother or not.
Thanks a lot. You know, I was worried that in divorcing Mason, Chip and I were going to lose this great family that we've come to depend on.
No, not a chance. And if you ever need anything, you let me know about it, all right?
What I do need is to know that this whole improbable setup really works, that love and marriage and all. Just keep reminding me, okay?
I can't believe that you are real.
Didn't work?
Didn't work.
So what do we do now?
Call out the heavy artillery, I guess.
Is that what she wants?
She says she doesn't care. I think she really hates me. I've never been hated by somebody I loved before. Except maybe my father. Well, not really love.
I know what you mean.
Let's get out of here. No, I mean out of town. Just the two of us. Rita can take care of the baby.
You think that's a good idea?
I don't care who sees us. I can't and won't go through this if I can't be with you.
You won't change your mind tomorrow?
If I do, you can always hit me.
I love you.
Not too much to hit me, I'll bet.
Let's stitch this highball and get out of here.
Said he'd be back in a half an hour.
What kind of meeting was this thing?
I'm afraid to think. The man I told you about, Thompson, said if I didn't give the money by 4, he'd go to your father.
Think you would?
I don't know. Why did I ever let myself get into this position?
Now, why couldn't you just pay Pamela for the damages, anonymously?
I can't, Ted. It would be millions of dollars, and I don't want to cover it up anymore.
Ted, would you go upstairs, please?
Why?
I'd like a word with your mother privately. Now go.
A member of this family, Dad.
Ted, do what he asks, please. I think I know what you want to discuss. I tried to tell you earlier.
You trying to tell me that what the man said is true?
No. Trying to tell you that he lied.
What are you doing?
I'm getting rid of my garbage.
Kane!